All right, this might be my last day of having to do any concrete work. I widened this out so a concrete truck can hopefully back all the way up to here and then be about 15-20 feet away from the patio here. So I've got the patio all formed up, and I've got a gray water 1-inch schedule 80 going through it, and it's got foam wrapped around it and a sleeve right here. And then I've got foam expansion gap. I got that from Home Depot. It just came in a big roll, and so I could put a 4-inch tall strip right at the top level of where I'm going to want my concrete, which is about 2 inches below the concrete foundation, because the plans called for a 2-inch space between a hard patio and the framing. And I've got rebar about every 12 inches or so in center, number 3. I tied it into this landscape slab and stairs here, and it turns out that this looks pretty good when it's wet. So when it's sealed, it's going to look pretty good. Definitely good enough for what I was going for my rental here. And then I've got protection on the house so I don't get concrete stuck to that, and it's going to be about 2 yards of concrete that I ordered, and that was $680, I think. If 2 yards fills that up and I have extra, then I've got a backup plan, so I'm going to wheelbarrow some more concrete back here to my little landing pad for the back door. And I only made that like 3 inches thick. Just a place to land and put your shoes out the back door if you're gonna use that. And then I've got my screed board here. I've got it to where it's just, I checked to see which way it was bowed, and I got it so it's bowed this way, so there's just a little bit of a hump to the concrete. But in general, the whole forms slope this way, about 1/8 of an inch per foot. So hopefully any water that gets in there will just kind of drain out and away from the house. And I got all my materials and tools just ready to go. Boots. I'm not sure what this thing is called. I think people have called it a jitterbug, but this is basically to tamp down the concrete, and it pushes the aggregate, the little pebbles in the concrete, down so that I've got mostly the cream on top, and the cream is what imprints better with the stamps. And I've just got extra tools ready to go, and a place to put extra concrete if I need it. If I'm short concrete, then I've got some extra right there, and then my finishing tools all ready to go. And then I made a nice vibrating tool here that I saw on YouTube, and I don't want to run it outside of the concrete because it just puts a lot of strain on the tool. But once you put it into the concrete and you turn it on, it's going to have a little bit more resistance, so it's just not flopping back and forth against itself really hard. So yeah, I think that is all until I get the concrete in about half an hour.